Prisons are about 70 to 80% blacks and Hispanics and 20% white typically. And the whole system is geared to cater to black people specifically because they are the majority in there and they make up the power. They're the ones the whole system, prison system, works to keep appeased all the time. And these gang members will all of them, your blacks, your Mexicans, and your whites. I mean, you got the blacks on the top, you got the wetbacks in the middle, and you got the whites in the minority. And they all seem to work for the advancement of colored people, for the supremacy of Negro males. And the whole system set up where they run around, beat people up, make them pay protection, or just, just basically that's the way the whole system's geared. And it's just so that everyone will come out full of hatred and murder and become go out there and just create as much hate and crime that you can. That's the whole purpose of the whole system. It's to empower and embolden criminals to get stronger and smarter, to embolden black gangs, uh, above all the other gangs. And these white guys in there, they do what they say. I don't care if they got SWAT stickers and they got 600 pounds of muscle on their bones. They still can't whip 100 niggers at one time. And so your system, your revolving door in the criminal justice system, the person's getting out of prison will return within the first 18 months. 70% of all prisoners leaving prison return to that prison within 18 months. That's 7 out of 10 people getting out of prison will come right back. And there's a big revolving door in the prison system. And these people in there, these prisoners, they hone their skills and their abilities to commit more violent crimes and learn how to work in criminal gangs. And this is where all your violence and crime is coming from. Now, there is that 30% of people in prison now. Remember them. These are the guys that has to fight against all odds against these murderous gangs in prison when they do their time. And then they have to get out and they have to fight against all the odds out in society. And go against society and work to fight in society to make it. When their criminal records are passed out, they can't get jobs, they can't rent homes, they can't own firearms to defend their little children and their wives from rapes and murders. And so the felon, after he fights his way, the 30% that gets out and stays out, this felon has to fight his way all the way through prison against all odds, especially if he's white. And then he gets out and he has to fight against society's odds that he's not going to make it. And there are still literally thousands, in the millions of persons living in our society as convicted felons who have beat the odds and have accomplished this and is living in our society out there. In fact, the statistics show that felons, convicted ex-felons, once they've stayed out 5 years and fought against all the odds and stayed out 5 years, 80% of these never return. So you're looking at a big amount of people living in our society who have fought against the odds. They've proven themselves strong. They're living honest lives, and yet they're discriminated against in the worst way. We're trying to end this. We want to stop passing their criminal records out to the public and seal their criminal records after 5 years so they can get a job and rent a home. Let's let them own firearms so they can defend their children and wives and self in their own home. Let's not push these guys back into the criminal justice system. Let's not force them to join these criminal gangs, go all the way killing police officers, killing innocent citizens, and committing vicious crimes. Contact our website, exfelon.biz. exfelon.biz. Call your representative, call your congressman.